What's good, fam? It's Lone Wolf here, and today I want to talk to you about my top 10 essentials for any Milsim player. Communication on the field is vital, especially at a Milsim. Whether you are a squad leader or a squad member, having a radio on you allows your squad to spread out while still maintaining good communication. It allows for communication to trickle down the chain of command to all the players on your side, therefore increasing the effectiveness of your team. You don't have to have a fancy and expensive comm setup to be effective. A radio with just an earpiece and a speaker works just fine without breaking the bank. Most national level Milsims include the use of buildings, and most of these buildings will involve low light conditions. Having both a flashlight and a deadlight will greatly improve your sight and have a great effect on your safety in these conditions. A flashlight will allow you to see better, and a deadlight will be a better marker for enemy players to know when you are hit, so you don't get shot multiple times after already being hit. Don't you hate it when you're in the middle of a game and your gun breaks? It's something pretty easy to fix, but you don't have the proper tools with you to fix it. Well, carrying a small field repair kit makes a big difference in these situations. You don't have to go buy some fancy repair kit. You can build it yourself, or you can just take a couple tools out there with you, such as a set of screwdrivers and a set of Allen keys. Personally, I keep a set of Allen keys in my plate carrier, so whenever I'm on the field and I have to fix something, odds are I'm going to need an Allen key to fix it. They have definitely come in handy on more than one occasion. IFAK stands for Individual First Aid Kit. While I don't currently carry a real IFAK because I haven't had first aid training in quite some time, it is not a bad idea to carry one if you know how to use it. Anyway, what I'm talking about when I mean an IFAK pouch, specifically for Airsoft, is a small pouch that you can keep tourniquets, ace bandages, and even your dead rag on your plate carrier or your belt, wherever you want to keep it, where it is easily accessible by you and other players. So when you go down and get hit, all you got to do is point to the pouch and a friendly player can get it out for you and get you healed. Having a first aid patch on there is not a bad idea either. Wearing a good pair of gloves on the field is an absolute must, especially because we are talking about Milsims. Most national level events use AOs that are abandoned buildings, such as abandoned hospitals, insane asylums, Air Force bases, Army bases. Because all of these buildings have been abandoned and not taken care of, scattered throughout the building are tons of broken glass, splintered wood, a lot of sharp objects. If you are going to be playing at national level Milsims, you need to be wearing good gloves. I personally recommend mechanics. I'll include a link for these down below, but these are ones that I've been wearing for quite a while, both at Milsims and just every time that I play Airsoft. They're comfortable enough to wear for long periods of time, slim enough for your trigger finger to fit through a trigger guard of both a rifle and a pistol, and they're durable enough to last a long time, while still protecting your hands. This particular item is an absolute game changer in the Airsoft community. Any Speedloader is good, however, I would definitely suggest probably the most popular Speedloader, and that is the Odin Sidewinder. With this thing, loading mags is an absolute breeze. I use this to load all of my mags, and it is several times faster than every other Speedloader out there. So definitely get yourself a Speedloader. I would love to see you get an Odin Sidewinder, because they really make a difference out there. Using one of those little Speedloaders with your thumb is such a pain. So yeah, get yourself a Speedloader. Very important. I cannot stress enough how important ear protection is, regardless of where you play Airsoft. Grenades, flashbangs, and other pyro can cause permanent damage to your ears if you're not wearing ear protection. Now, earplugs do work, but they're definitely not as good as a good pair of earmuffs. Because I like to shoot real steel, I'm a big fan of the Walker Razor Slims. Very affordable. These were only $40 on Amazon. Very comfortable. These ones are specifically electronic. So for my comm setup, I have my radio plugged into a speaker, and my speaker is plugged into these. So I can hear everything from my radio through these. They're very comfortable. They will definitely protect your ears from grenades, flashbangs, and any other kind of pyro. For me, going to a Milsim West game and having real firearms, firing blanks, and even a machine gun there that was firing blanks, is quite loud, and having these made a big difference. While Walkers are a good brand, you don't necessarily have to buy them. 3M and Howard Light also make good ear protection, so make sure to go get yourself a pair, regardless of any of those brands. There's other brands out there as well that make good products. Just got to do your research. But definitely get some hearing protection. It is super important. Don't underestimate the power of a watch. Having a watch on you can make a big difference. Whether it's checking to make sure how much time you have left in a Milsim, whether it's on the first section on a Saturday and you've only got 4 hours of play, and let's say it goes till 2 o'clock and it's 1:30, knowing that it's 1:30 and you've got 30 minutes left can help you decide if you're in leadership at an event. It can help you decide whether or not you're going to stage an attack on this section. Because if you got 30 minutes left, you may not get all your people there on time and assault in the building before time runs out, and then you've just wasted a bunch of energy. Having a watch is great for bleedouts. So most Milsims have a 5-minute bleedout time. I always count that time out with a watch, because then instead of going overtime or undertime, you're playing by the rules and you're getting back in the game as soon as you can by counting it out. So as soon as I'm hit, of course I throw my hand up in the air, pull out my dead rag, all that jazz. But one of the first things I do along with that is check my watch, see what time it is, so I can start counting out 5 minutes. This is one that I've talked about at length before on podcasts and in other videos. Wearing a sidearm is one of the most important pieces of advice I can give to any player. Whether you haven't thought about running a pistol before, whether you're hesitant about it, or you're just a completely new player, if you go to Milsims, get a pistol. Please. Super important. When you're out in the field and your rifle goes down, or you can't reload in time, or something like that, having a pistol is a lifesaver. It really is. Literally is. If you've got a guy moving up on you, and all of a sudden you run out of BBs in your mag, like I said, you can't reload fast enough, drop your rifle, draw your pistol, and now you are ready to engage. Now for some roles, such as sniper and marksman, it is absolutely necessary, and it's usually in the rule set for you to carry a pistol. However, I think it is just as necessary if you're a rifleman, because there's always that chance that your rifle can go down. You can't reload a mag fast enough, you've got some problem with your rifle, or whatever. Or you need to clear rooms or something that are really tight, and your rifle's just a little bit too long. Like my .416, I don't love using in buildings. It's really better outdoors. So being able to drop my .416 draw my pistol and clear rooms that way is great. Makes a big difference. So definitely get yourself a sidearm. The one I use is the EMG Psi 2011. I've been using this for a little while now. I think I've been using it regularly since last fall, but I've had this pistol for well over a year, I think, something like that. Just hadn't had a holster for it. Since the beginning of me playing Airsoft, I have always had a pistol with me. A hydration bladder is number one on this list for a very important reason. It is something that I see players all too often completely forget about. They don't mark it as important, they don't carry it on their kit, they don't invest in one, and they just don't carry one. Hydration will keep you in the fight. If you don't have water, that's not good. You're not going to have energy, you're really not going to have much motivation to get out there and play. It could also lead to dehydration, which I've seen happen in person at events. Hydration is important year-round, whether you're playing in the summer in 90 degrees or whether you're playing in the winter at 30 degrees. Still important to hydrate. So get yourself a water bladder, get a backpack to mount in the back of your plate carrier or chest rig, or just a backpack if that's all you do, and hydrate. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below and smash that like button while you're at it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. See you guys in the next video.